people focus on certainty of execution, so they know they left a few dollars on the table. So they go with it. This is how the market's been working. That was problem number one. Problem number two is that as more people went direct, they didn't have anybody to even help navigate the waters. So I solved the problem of not getting the best deal. I call myself a mortgage assurance broker. I'm the only mortgage broker that will guarantee a client the best financing, and he could stay with his existing brokers.
How do you guarantee the best fucking financing? All right, we're back on Confronting the Impossible. We have a very, very special guest, Ira Zlotowitz, from none other than G-Parency. All right, and I'll let him tell you what he does.
Okay, first of all, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure to be with us.
So I'm revolutionizing the finance industry. We're the only mortgage brokers that guarantee a client the best financing.
So what does that mean? Tell me what that means.
What it means is that about 80% of all owners go direct. When they need financing, they don't use a broker. And over the last couple of years, it's trending upward. I think it's closer to 90, but the full market's not back in play yet. The 20% go use brokers to get to the banks. You look surprised.
I am, because look, I work in distress. It's a little different, but we'll get into that in a second. So what you do is, what do you do again?
So I'm a mortgage broker. So when any of these clients need to get financing, they either go direct to a bank or they use a broker.
So now you created a platform.
A human. I realized the world wasn't ready for a platform. They still want an old school mortgage broker. They tell me, Ira, keep the technology behind you. So I keep the technology behind, and you deal with me and my team. We use the technology, but you interface the same way you interface old school any other broker.
Is it AI driven?
Part of it.
Okay. How did you come up with this idea?
So the idea is that I realized the problem. First of all, I saw two things happening. Number one is that more and more people are going direct. So if more and more people are going direct, just like no more stockbrokers, no more travel agents, it's a matter of time. That's why there's a lot of fraud. Why are they going direct? Because the market became so efficient. So in order for a broker to really win a client over, he had to color out of the lines. That was the driving force. I noticed it starting in 2019. It didn't start now. This is a build-up until the market crashed.
So what brokers would do is they would drop the rates or cook the books. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's all allegations.
It's not brokers across the platform. There's always going to be bad actors.
Look, I want to talk about the bad actors because that's what the people want to know about. So we're talking about.
But once I'm here, can I just go plug what I do? So at least they walk away. They know what I do. Right? Just 30 seconds. So here's the 90 seconds. 95% of all owners, whether they go direct, use a broker, admit they didn't get the absolute best financing, but it was close enough. Certainty of execution, never relationship. It makes sense.
Well, what's the barometer of what's great and what's not?
It's when they close, they walk away. I could have gotten better, but
so it's the perception.
It's also reality in the nature of the business because you know yourself. People focus on certainty of execution, so they know they left a few dollars on the table. So they go with it. This is how the market's been working. That was problem number one. Problem number two is that as more people went direct, they didn't have anybody to even help navigate the waters. So I solved the problem of not getting the best deal. I call myself a mortgage assurance broker. I'm the only mortgage broker that will guarantee a client the best financing, and he could stay with his existing brokers.
How do you guarantee the best fucking financing?
Yeah, so
that's a big claim.
Yeah. And money back. No gimmicky fine print. Here's how it works.
Okay, I need to know
now
about
you ready?
This. What is this?
So the way it works is that
lawyers can't guarantee shit, by the way.
The billable hours you can.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, good.
And then you guys negotiate them.
So over here, I get a lot of referrals, I'll tell you after, from attorneys now. Because the attorneys, when I came into the business, the attorneys were God to the client. Then the title company, then the mortgage broker. Today, it flipped. The mortgage broker controls it. The attorney's a replaceable part. You don't do my fee, I'll go to the next attorney.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you what's changing. So how do I do it? It's not magic. G-Parency is GP, transparency.
Right.
So here's the scoop. We're humans. When do you produce the best? And I produce when I have competition.
Correct.
So a client engages me, $4,500. That's all I charge. No commission, $4,500. He calls up his broker if he's using a broker, and he tells his broker, I love you. You pick the first 5 banks you want. What is that broker going to do when he has competition? He's going to huddle with his team, focus on which banks to pick, and they're going to negotiate and beat up the bank till they get it down to the bone. No meat on the bone. The client at this point got a better deal than otherwise would have.
So what drives it is the flat fee.
No, what drives it first is he has competition. First step is, I'll go through it. First step is competition. His competition, the broker's going to work better. That you agree with? If a broker,
I agree. Raise competition, you work better.
Number 2, I go out to the rest of the market to see, is there a better bank, a better term, a better rate? Then, number 3, because I have no commission, I have no ulterior motive, when all the offers come back, I advise, just like I used to train my brokers, I train the client now. Exactly what to say to create which offer to leverage off the next. I have no ulterior motive. So even if my bank is the best, he could take it and go direct. Take it and go back to his broker. So the trilogy of having your broker motivated to the best, chopping the broader market in case something was forgotten, having someone with no ulterior motive that knows the business to help leverage and advise you, those 3 guarantee the best.
Well, the ulterior motive disappears because it's not a contingency anymore?
No, the ulterior motive is that if normally when a client comes to me, a broker, he tells the broker, if you find me a good deal, I'll pay you $100,000. The broker's motive is to get him to leave his existing and go to a new place. That's not better for the borrowers many times. Many times, it's better to stay where you are, but use competition to get the best.
Correct.
So that's what I end up.
So you're creating competitive insight.
So create the competitive, 1. Number 2, shop if there's something missed in the world, and then advise without any ulterior motive. So when I tell the client, your best offer bank number 17, he knows I have no ulterior motive.
So how do you deal in an environment that is in distress? You do commercial as well.
So in distress, yeah, I do everything but primary residence. I do deals a few $100,000 to a few $100 million.
But there are properties that don't solve. They don't solve.
So when someone comes to me, I'm telling them up front what we think it could solve for, where the market is. We're working on we're doing about $250 million a month of placement, pricing out about $1 billion of deals. So I have a good pulse. When my AI kicks in, is the centralized database that we communicate with banks is all centralized, and the AI reads it. So when I have to come with a list of banks to go to, it's able to give me advice if I miss something. So I would track 3,400 banks in the country. So I could tell someone, I can't guarantee you what you're looking for, but I guarantee you the best the market has to offer.
Right, at the moment, at the time.
At the moment, at that time. So on a distressed deal, you're working a deal, and they want to get some sort of offer to know what's going on. And you have to also realize, a regular broker who gets paid on commission is not going to work on a lot of distressed deals because they know it's never getting to the closing table. They're going to start, then they're going to have to buy out. By me, he pays me my $4,500. Someone called me debt diligence. Say, Ira, the guy tells me, I'll tell you a great story. On the smallest deal, the guy calls me up with a $300,000 deal in Chicago, USDA loan. I said, are you nuts? You pay me $4,500, $1.50. You pay me $1.50 for just till the term sheet. I stop after the term sheet. Once you got the best deal. He tells me, Ira, you're missing it. What's my alternative? Find a broker who's going to charge me 10, 15, 20 grand.
Correct.
Going to put the loser who started yesterday on the account. Your guy in the banking team is a 6-figure guy who gets a 10% bonus if I'm happy. He doesn't care if the deal has 1 0, 6 zeros, or 100 zeros. He's going to work my deal. Because at any broker shop you go to, who does the work? Not the main broker, the whole team behind. I'm set up with the team behind. It's me as the originator, and priced this way, no ulterior motive. So everyone on the team has a motivation to go. So now we're picking up the market. My biggest problem is awareness. What do I do in 1 second? Mortgage assurance broker. I guarantee the best financing, $4,500. It took time. I used to be a technology and a this and a that. One problem, one solution, keep it cleaned up. And now I rolled out an app for commercial real estate, which went viral. Never had a post go viral. 150,000 views in 2 days, where I'm giving a free app as a tool. The 3 things that everyone in real estate uses all the time is Google Maps. I'm Google Maps on steroids. It's Google Maps, overlaid with public data. It has the parcel of property, and you can underwrite a deal in under 3 minutes with bank information.
So the way you confront the impossible is you guarantee it.
Because if someone says, what's the guarantee? If by the time the process is done between your broker and me, and we advise bank 17, and then out of left field, some new bank comes we all missed, yeah, here's your money back. We screwed up.
There you have it, everybody. Mr. Ira Zlotowitz himself about the guarantee in life. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.